What's up, guys? This is Void of Dust Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content, and I just wanted to take the chance to show you the latest skin for Ishar, who was been released with the last codex before the actual one. It was this kind of digital thingy where everything looked quite technical, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to have a video with her because she hasn't been on the channel for quite a while. So first off, we are going to talk about the equipment that I've been taking on her, and as you can see, we are building full mage damage. I want to try her out in the solo mage lane, not the support one, and therefore we're going with full damage with some utility tweaked in, for example with Varys Agony or the Tome of the Reaper. Enchantment wise, I've decided to take mana refill because we're going to spam her S1 and S2 a lot, and then we're building up some damage with the Holy Thunder. And then we've got talent is of course Flicker to be a little bit more mobile, because besides her S2 she doesn't really have any movement shenanigans. And in the Arcana section we're going on with 10 times Violate, 10 times Benevolence for some extra HP, and Valence here for some extra HP as well, because she is actually quite nimble. So we're trying to tone down that a bit by giving her some additional health points. And this is the build. Up comes some gameplay. Be prepared for that and enjoy the show. Alright, here we go. And we got a decent team composition to start the game with. I don't know how this happened, but I was ending up in the support section, so I need to take the build that I've just posted hand by hand, and we are going against a Tulin player, and I can tell you that this Tulin player is not too experienced, but you guys are going to see for yourself in the upcoming gameplay. So let's talk about the team composition first. We've got a Joker and a Net in the dual lane. Not the worst matchup, I would say, and that's pretty decent right now. Joker is actually still a really good AD carry. He has lost a lot of his shine, but he is still out there to being quite capable of dealing damage to the enemies on his lane. He's got a pretty proper toolkit with his S2 denying damage and his S1 being quite destructive. We've got Pain in the jungle, who is a pain in the ass if he is played correctly, because he can just melt down all the backlines without any problem silencing them and then just going straight for the kill. Being super mobile, he is a threat to be aware of. And then we've got Arthur in the solo lane, and I think that's always a decent choice because Arthur just brings the whole package to the table. Not really exceeding in everything, but being able to get a good package, and I think that's what people want to see about this champion. He is mobile, he's tanky, and he's got the damage, so Arthur is always a good pick over some of the other characters who just excel in one certain bit. As you can see, I don't really have that much of a problem fighting against that Tulin, but you guys are going to see for yourself if that is true for the rest of the matchup. But I was constantly poking him, playing myself quite aggressively, and I think that's key to success with Ishar anyways, because she needs to keep the pressure up in order to be beneficial. Unfortunately, as there were no signs of danger and no calls, I get completely interrupted here while trying to maintain my pressure on Tulin. And as I haven't talked about the team composition on the enemy side, we've got Gilder with Yorn on the dual lane, which is actually quite painful because Gilder has just many moves to just pinpoint enemies down in their respective position, with his S2, which is actually quite powerful as well, and a really good ultimate. So Annette definitely needs to build cleansing in order to prevent that. Yorn has great range, but he is just a mere shadow of the Yorn that we need, or that we were used to know, because that update did not really help him that much. That rework is actually quite terrible. I still like to play him because my win rate with him is actually the best win rate on my account, but I just don't like how they have set him up in the meantime. We've got Batman in the jungle. A couple of months before, I would have been laughing about that choice because Batman was just so bad, but now he has actually become quite a decent hero in the jungle with great opportunities to just snowball his way down. So beforehand, he was basically in the need of getting ahead early, but now if he gets early, he can be quite a pain in the ass, just be dealing tremendous amounts of damage, and you really need to look out for him because otherwise he is just about to take the whole team by himself, bursting down your squishy targets and then dealing with the not so important targets later on. In addition to that, as I said, I'm playing against a Tulin, but that Tulin player is not one of the bests, which is actually working in my favor because Tulin is still one, if not the strongest contestant in the mid lane right now. I mean, yes, he has received some sort of nerf trying to burst down his overall performance when it comes to the burst, but he's still just super powerful. I just played another game against him after this one where the Tulin player was able to score 20 kills without dying at once. So this is just how crazy this champion is. Great movement potential, great damage output, and this is the most important thing, especially on the mid lane right now in the current meta. So this is really going to talk you about several things. Tulin is just a pain in the ass, and you need to deal with him quite early in order to take control of him. Last but not least, we've got Arthur fighting against Elaine. I think Elaine is actually quite a decent hero. If you have seen any of my videos on Elaine so far, I'm not really an Elaine player. I don't really know how to make use of this champion. I struggle a little bit with the correct use of the passive combined with the S1, so this is not my champion to get with, but Elaine can be quite a force if played correctly, and if there are players out there who know what to do with him, they can be quite devastating, and it's also a force to be reckoned with. So always keep out for Elaine players because they can just ruin your day one by one. So yeah, here we are in the thick of things. We've got Batman, we've got Elaine here. I'm able to score a kill, which worked actually quite nice, and I just went for the boots, and now I need to outrun Batman. But the good thing is, even if Furball is down, your companion, you can still use your S2 to get a speed buff as well as the shield, so you're not dependent on Furball. It really helps because you don't really have that much of a measure in order to prevent incoming fights, but your S2 is basically your bread and butter when it comes to movement, and you should really make use of it, and then you can start to get the benefits from this. So use it as much as possible. I mean, mana refill is there for a reason, so you're good to go with this. But yeah, Ishar is basically a really difficult hero to play because she doesn't have the mere power of a normal mage right now, because she doesn't have this great damage. She's more sorts of a utility hero, but that said, she's not really a great hero in the support lane. So I think she really needs to find her spot because she has not found it yet. I mean, yes, we're playing in Platinum, so basically whatever you want to do can work. It's just how Platinum games work. But I would say if you are willing to take someone to the mid lane, or you're willing to take someone to the support lane, there are better choices than Ishar right now, which is a little bit sad because I actually like her gameplay with the Furball. It's kind of entertaining to get Furball into the action. He does a lot of damage, actually. I'm glad that they kind of tweaked his damage resistance because that was so bad before the rework that Furball was not really able to take any fight on his own. So the rework helped a lot with that. But all in all, she's not that competitive, and it shows. It just shows. There are some meta choices in the current game, and some of those are not really updated by Arena of Valor or Tencent or Team E or whoever is the developer about that behind that. Anyways, it's just that they don't really can manage this kind of power spike that some of the heroes have without nerfing them completely. And you guys are experiencing that on a daily basis, because it just shows in every single game where there are some better characters and there are some worse characters. I wasn't too sure about the quad kill here. I mean, now Pain goes for the ultimate, and I got the kill, but I wasn't too sure if he was about to get the mega kill. I think, in my opinion, it took quite long to get that kill, so I was not feeling too embarrassed about kind of kill stealing it from him. But my teammate said, like, look, the time between the 4th and the 5th kill to apply is actually quite long, so I might have just stolen that mega kill from that Pain. And if that is the case, because I don't have the numbers on screen, I apologize. I'm sorry. Dude, if that is a game that you're watching on my channel and you see this and you know that you would have gotten the mega kill, I'm sorry. I did not intend to stop it. I just had the feeling that it took a little bit too long, and I just wanted to make it work for my team. That was my intention. I was not about to steal the kill. I was just thinking like, okay, well, the time is over already, so I can do something about it. But if that prevented you from getting the mega kill, maybe your first mega kill at all, here's my apology, and I mean it. So, oopsie. Doesn't feel too good to be that person. So all in all, I would say we've got them pretty much under control. As I said, I'm playing more of a support role right now, not really the person who is guiding us towards the win. I'm there if they need me, and I'm trying to put some stuff if necessary. So I'm trying to put my ult here. Unfortunately, did not hit Yawn here, but I tried my very best to be of a use and to put some value to the table. But the team was going down quite nicely. So as you can see, this is the last tower, and even without that, everything is just going right into place. We've got another kill here. Batman is about to go in with my S2 activation. I've got the shield, so I was able to prevent that kill from happening. So I am stranding on a 2-3-11, which is okay-ish for Ishar. Not the best to write home about, but I was completely satisfied with that because we took the win home, and that's all I wanted to opt for. So yeah, Ishar is not one of the greatest characters. You can't really do that much with her. She's more of a supportive character, at least in my humble opinion. I mean, yes, if you are a Ishar Ultra, you will know better ways on how to utilize her, but for me, she's actually just more some sort of supportive character. And if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and put some down in the comments below, and have a great time with my videos, because there's another video coming up right in 2 days. And thanks for watching. Have a great evening.